Hello, my dear, lovely Taurus. This is your horoscope for March 2024. I'm here to tell you the story of the stars, what's going on the sky for your March month, and they are telling pretty nice, amazing story for you, my dear Taurus. It's gonna be amazing month for you. And finally, spring is coming to the northern hemisphere. Isn't it nice? This is another reason to be happy and grateful and celebrate it, right? The life on another way. Now, let's begin with your forecast. On 5th of March, North Node conjunct Chiron in your 12th house. Now, let me decipher this for you. North Node, it is called a dragon head. I want to speak about dragons because recently it was a Chinese New Year. And according to Eastern calendar, it's the dragon year. 2024 is the dragon year. It's an amazing year of transformation. And according to numerology, it's the year of number 8. That number is totally a number of transformation too. So you see how universe is aligned with each other, and everything is according to the universal timing happening. And North Node represents in astrology a dragon head, and South Node represents dragon tail. Now, this line, there are two. These are two mathematical points. They are not on the sky. You cannot find them. You cannot pinpoint them. It's just a mathematical point that is calculated in your natal chart. When you can go on Google and draw up your natal chart, and you can find North Node and South Node mathematical points, and the line between them, it's called a destiny line. It's actually North Node is where we're heading to, and South Node is our past and what we should be releasing in our life, like what we should be actually freeing ourselves from, be it some like concepts, beliefs, or some material things, but mostly this destiny line is actually about spirituality, your soul development, and let's say innovation. Now, North Node is showing exactly where you headed and where you should be going and working towards, getting there. This dragon head will be meeting up with Chiron, and Chiron is an asteroid. In mythology, in Greek mythology, ancient astrologers, they attributed to it a creature, mythical creature, which is like a half horse, half human. And meeting up with your North Node, this asteroid, in your 12th house, it's a amazing placement for you, Taurus, because 12th house is the private house. It's our subconscious mind. It's our wounds. It's our traumas as well, if you have, of course. And let me tell you what their meeting will bring to you. And they are a conjunction. They are meeting. This aspect actually between these two already was at play in February. But they are shaking hands exactly on 5th of March, making exact aspect. And it will still be that way. They will continue doing so even through separation up until April, May. So February, March, April, these are the months that you will be feeling, actually. You might have felt, and you will continue feeling their interaction. And meeting up in your 12th house, this is the house of subconscious mind. It's the psychological mind, let's say. Our psychology, our traumas, wounds, like inner wounds, like childhood wounds. And Chiron is believed to be a healer. In Greek mythology, he's believed to be a teacher, teaching something, and a great healer. Now, coming to your traumas house, you might get a chance to get healed, my dear Taurus. You might get a chance to make peace with your past. Whatever was happening back there, you might get a chance to, let's say, leave it as it was and stop, let's say, doubting yourself and bitching up yourself and just make a brighter future for yourself. Understand it thoroughly, because Chiron represents the deepest healing. Like you might be feeling like reborn again after this spring, because right for your birthday, my dear Taurus. 12th house is the house of surgeries. It's the house of health. And here, if you have a planned surgery or even unplanned surgery, do not worry, Chiron will protect you and it should go extremely well. No worries on that, my dear Taurus. Or if you have a plan to do something like some surgeries, minor surgeries, then do it around this time. Chiron will give you great healing, fast healing, and easy, recovering after the surgeries. There is another topic, because Chiron is a teacher, in mythology. You might end up becoming a teacher. That or maybe start healing yourself if you're in this area. You might, even if you're not, maybe you will find out this kind of power in yourself. Maybe you will heal someone else, and heal. And also, because it's a teacher, maybe you will start teaching other people as well, whatever is the subject. 12th house is the house of spirituality. You might, let's say, heal through your dreams. It's the house of dreams, what we dream at night, some support from the above, some sort of magical support from the sky, from the above, from the heavens, wherever it is you call. You might get an information also that would transform you in your dreams as well. Amazing, actually, conjunction in your 12th house. 12th house is also a house of loss. So even if you will be losing something or someone, or releasing some things from your life, or if you did so recently or in the past and you some sort of struggled to come to terms with that, and you had some sort of like emptiness or void in yourself, then Chiron will help you to make peace with it and ease your suffering, actually, that you lost something or someone, to heal, to take it, let's say, with a more, understanding way. Of course, it's not always easy, but Chiron will be here to support you, my dear Taurus. On another note, their aspect might also mend your relationship with someone far, or who is far away from you, or with whom you hadn't been, let's say, talking for a long time, or that some stress was in there, previously. Someone from the past, that could be also the case. You might, get back to each other, to get back talking, and mend your relationship. And Chiron is associated with number 2, because Chiron, as I said, is a mythical creature, half horse, half human. These are like two incompatible parts, and that's why it's associated with number 2. And here might be that you will meet 2 people or 2 doctors for, let's say, in those topics that I mentioned just now. Just add up this number 2. Maybe it will be 2 doctors, 2 specialists, 2 psychologists, some sort of 2 teachers, 2 healers you might meet, since it's the house of health. Or it might also bring 2 kinds of status changes. Let's say like you getting married and your partner has a child, so becoming a father at the same time, a stepfather. This could be the case for you too. Okay, moving next, 10th of March, Mercury, planet of all communication, planet of letters, news. It's our little postman of the universe. Moves into your 12th house, switching the houses right before the new moon, few hours before, because on 10th of March we have new moon too. And Mercury slipping into your 12th house, brings all your thoughts on your past, like to your past, or to your ancestors, to your subconscious mind, and some sort of secrets. Maybe you will be talking a lot of secrets with someone's secrets or your secrets. 12th house is the house of secrets. Seems like your thoughts might be somewhere far, somewhere, inside of you, somewhere introspective, and like kind of an introverted thoughts. 10th of March, there is new moon, as I said, but it will be happening in your 11th house. And that new moon will be amazingly having an opportunity beam from Uranus. Uranus will be sending an opportunity aspect from your first house. Uranus is positioned in your, first house. and it will move out from your first house next year or the year after. I don't remember for sure, but I will let you know later. And Uranus is the planet of innovation, planet of surprises. It's the planet of electricity, and new moon appearing in your 11th house. Now, this is a house of future, house of our dreams, what we desire, our hopes, and the house of expansion, actually. And here, something dear to your heart, something that you desired for long, coming true, my dear Taurus, and like some wish of yours. It might be that a friend might surprise you in some sort of magical way that you will love that surprise. Or you might meet your next best friend. This is strange to say next best friend, but yes. This new moon has the power to bring for you a friend, new friend, who will be quite eccentric, let's say, in a way, interesting. Also, your plans for a future might get a new direction in a very unexpected way, and it seems like you will be liking it. You will like how it will go, like your plans, and you might start building new plans, like because of some sort of unexpected event around this new moon. And by the way, new moons and full moons, they all allow them to tell their story in your life. Around like 10 days before, 5 days plus, and 5 days after, actually, or even 10 days. They always bring news, and they are unfolding their news around this period, and not necessarily exactly on that day, like 10th of March, let's say, with this new moon. So it might be happening already from the 1st of March. Some news are coming, very surprising and positive. And new moons are all about new beginnings. And same is the full moon in terms of their influence and bringing the news that I'm telling you in every forecast. But full moons are all about lighting up some information or closure. Now, coming back to this full moon supported by Uranus, the wish that is actually coming true at this new moon seems like linked with status, social status. Like maybe you're becoming a student if you're graduating high school and you're like sending applications to colleges and foreign universities, then you might now become a student to get admitted. Or in a sudden way, let's say maybe the ones that you haven't expected to reply to your application. Or it could be you graduating and getting an offer for your new position, or existing, let's say, like entirely new job. Some sort of, most probably, and in NGOs, like socio-cultural organizations, this kind of like who are dealing with non-governmental organizations that are dealing with this cultural, sociological, economical stuff, and helping people all around the world. You might get interested in that, and you might get a position there too. Also, some Taurus might be getting engaged or receiving a news of you becoming a parent. And that will be a sudden news, my dear Taurus. And getting engaged actually might be even in a third time, because 11th house is the marriages, like third time marriages. Or if actually you are around that age, then becoming grandparents, that will be very happy, surprising news for you, my dear Taurus. 11th house is also social media house, popularity house. You might wake up popular with a lot of followers on social media, my dear Taurus. If you've been wishing so, then this is your new moon. And Uranus is being a planet of exactly social media and internet. It might bring you this wish, to reality. 11th house is the house of social clubs, groups, like communities that you're in, friendship groups. Might become a part of a social circle, kind of a social group, like anything like lovers of Sudoku or art clubs, top talent group, or any sort of like social circle. You might all of a sudden actually become a part of, or get an invitation that will surprise you. Let's say even if this was not your interest, and let's say it was your wish, but you haven't done anything solid around this your wish, but then you got a all of a sudden invitation, one in a million invitation for your dream to step in, let's say to become a member of this kind of social club. You might also get an invitation for an event or big concert, and that will be surprise too. But let me tell you one obstacle around this new moon, and it's not only around this new moon. First half of the March, we will have Uranus, planet of surprise, from your first house, sending, let's say, not welcoming aspects to Mars. They will be arguing with each other. They will not be friends for the first half of the March. And Mars will be in your 10th house. And Mars is a bit of aggressive planet. It's a bit of a planet of motivation, planet of drive, like always in the move. And it's a planet of wars as well, from mythology, like Greek mythology. And first half, they will be in a disagreement with each other. And that disagreement will reach their climax on the 9th of March, their boiling point, on the 9th of March, right before the new moon. And let me tell you, this Mars will be moving through the zodiac and will come to exactly to that point on 9th of March, where the last month new moon appeared in your life, which was on the 9th of February. +5 and -5 days before 9th of February and after 9th of February, 5 days, you received some news which was very surprising, because at that new moon, Uranus, planet of surprises, was sending also harsh aspect to that new moon, also not welcoming that new moon. And Mars coming exactly to this point where this new moon happened might activate the topic again that happened around that day. So from, you can count as like 5 days before the 9th of February and 5 days after the 9th of February. Everyone got news on a different time, but around the 9th of February. So that news will be activated by Mars on 9th of March. And those who didn't get any message will get that message of that new moon around the 9th of March, my dear Taurus. So brace yourselves. But anyhow, you are so resilient, my dear Taurus, that nothing will scare you off, right? Okay, moving next, 11th of March, next day after the new moon of the month, Venus, planet of love and planet of beauty. And this planet is your ruler, my dear Taurus. How lucky you are. And planet of money as well, will move into your 11th house. And 11th house is house of future. Bringing your best qualities, actually bringing Venus's, like its best qualities. The planets owns best qualities in this sign, because this sign, Venus, is exalted in your 11th. That happens to be your 11th house, your future house. Exalted meaning feeling itself amazing, bringing all the best features of Venus, meaning love and beauty and money. And you will be bringing your best qualities to your friends. You might want to cook a dinner and host them, or it also indicates that you might be writing down your next wishes, manifesting it in a beautiful way. And it seems like love will be the number one wish for you, my dear Taurus. Meeting someone, maybe. Okay, 20th of March, Sun, the light of our universe, life giver, will move into your 12th house. Now, 12th house is the house of behind the doors. This is our private house. Everything that is happening at night, everything that we do when we are alone, when we are in private, and at night as well, behind the doors. So Sun brings your attention to rest. 12th house is the house of rest, house of relaxing, house of subconsciousness, actually illuminating that area of life that is under, let's say, healing process, healing your traumas, and physical and like mental wise too. Especially if you've got a surgery recently, more private house, Now, if you've got a surgery recently, then it will be Sun will be bringing your healing process forward, much faster recovery. And the 12th house is a private house, as I said, house of introspection. You might be contemplating a lot about yourself, your inner self. And 20th of March happens to be the day of spring equinox, meaning when the day and night will be same length. So we will get at the same length, daylight and night time. And after that, they will be getting longer. Finally, 23rd of March, Mars, planet of action, planet of drive, our little aggressive red planet sometimes, but sometimes it's really amazing, especially if you want to do sports. Will move into your 11th house, house of your future, your wishes, and your friendship house, bringing action and energy to your house of hopes as well, like your dreams. Being a ruler of your 7th house, now house of marriages, actually, uh, you know, your hopes, it seems like, are connected to your sweetheart, to your hubby, like long-term partner or wife, or like your girlfriend, boyfriend that is long with you, or actually a love person that you want to make a future with, just in general, a person that you want to, build a family. And Mars coming to 11th house will activate those, hopes and dreams for that. And it might also activate your wish about that, and you might meet someone special around this time, because Mars is being planet of action, coming to your dreams, house of dreams. 11th house, also the house of friendships. Now, all the things that I'm listing, there might be a few or one or things coming up, but not all, my dear Taurus. But just I'm listing the topics that might come up. Friendship, all the activity starts there, like after winter, now let's hang out outside on sunny day, kind of vibe kicks in your life when Mars moves into your 11th house. Also, it's an online interactions might get busy, like especially like Tinder or dating apps might catch your attention, as considering that Venus, your ruler, planet of love, is also here. Kind of, do you want me? I want you, some kind of vibe. These kind of interactions might be as well online. 11th house is also about invitations to all sorts of events might be coming, like especially big events, where there are like lots of people gathering. But let me tell you, it seems like your mind will be kind of a craving for rest, but your body will be telling you, I gotta do that. I gotta go out, mingle, jingle. This kind of polarities might happen, considering transitioning moon will be in your 5th house. That's a house of joy and fun. Feels like, yeah, you will have this kind of mood that at the same time you want being at home, but also want to have fun going outside. 11th house is the house of third marriages. Like, also you might be feeling like, why not? Kind of attitude about third marriages. That would be really surprising, for surrounding you people, actually. And I highly actually doubt that will happen, because you're very like a stable and loyal sign, one of the signs when it comes to love matters. You might also, start donating and dealing with all sorts of NGO activities, like non-governmental, these organizations that deal with. And the March will be finishing up with the full moon lunar eclipse. This month we are having first eclipse of the year, and it will happen in your 6th house. Eclipses, they have a power of 10 full moons, and eclipses will tell their stories up to like 3 months before of actual eclipse happening, 25th of March, or 3 months after. So basically all 6 months will be colored by this full moon lunar eclipse's message to you, and we will get this message, all of us, on a different time. So this might be happening, and it will happen in your 6th house. And 6th house is the house of work, everyday life, house of health, and this eclipse will be supported like in a huge way by Pluto, planet of transformation, our biggest planet in terms of influence, in the universe. It has amazing crazy huge impact in our lives. And Pluto will be in your 10th house, and 10th house is the house of career, house of social status. Now, that's what I call fate and destiny when this eclipse occurs with Pluto supporting it. You, my dear Tauruses, happen to be on the right place, right moment, with the right people, wherever you gonna be, and whatever is coming up. Actually, everything was building up to this, eclipse momentum when you will have a recognition at work, or you might get that dreamed position in some company, or even within your corporation. Your title will change to possibly CEO or higher title, some sort of managers, or that title that you wished for long. That is because of your hard work, or it might of your hard work, and also it might entail much more responsibilities actually for the upcoming your greatness in the next 20 years, because of this position that you're gonna have. Now, this is amazing eclipse for you, my dear Taurus, and I'm really happy for you. And please let me know what will be happening around this eclipse and what was the message of this eclipse. Let's be happy together for you. Maybe for the last 15 years you've been, let's say, now there's like a, let me give you an example. Like, so for the last 15 years you've been studying to be, let's say, a surgeon, a doctor, or some kind of specialist, and now you are getting a doctor position at a prestigious hospital, let's say, or like surgeon positions, or you are getting nominated to something in your field. It doesn't matter which field you are, or receiving a prize for your achievements in your field of work. If this message does not involve these things that I listed, sixth house is also house of health. Maybe you are that Taurus that is might be that you're now becoming a healthy and transforming yourself, Taurus. Like you've been doing fitness or preparing yourself to conquer, let's say, Everest Mountain, and now let's say you will finally do it. You're gonna do it in, maybe you did it already in the last 3 months, or you're gonna do it with this eclipse. It has this power to get you to that Everest highest peak. Or if this was your topic, that your health was concerning for the last 15 years, then now you will be conquering some sort of a disease, like long fight, with this disease, but you will win at this eclipse, and this eclipse will bring you that fresh air. Whatever comes up, it seems like something that you wished for, hoped for, that something will come true, and something will brighten up your future, my dear Taurus. Because it's also full moon, and full moons are all about, they are putting big light on some part of your life where they are occurring. In your case, it's work and health, or they are about closures, full moons. Because it's the full moon eclipse, you might be retiring, if you are that age, but with great name for yourself, or you're becoming, let's say, mother, or you're going to maternity leave, So basically, this is amazing month for you, my dear Taurus. Please let me know what will be the message of this eclipse, and I wish you the best month ahead. And it seems like, according to all the stars of the universe, it will be that way for you. Bye bye.